Why have we really latched onto that word emergent? Well, it's because we really want you to know the distinctiveness of our approach and how we think about team coaching. Many schools and books will teach you the structure or the facilitation of working with a team. You can learn many places how to help a team assess its strengths and weaknesses, how to use personality instruments to help them get to know each other better, how to facilitate a team charter. There's many references out there. However, coaches who've then gained that ground often encounter that it's far from enough. They feel disappointed or frustrated because they get in the room and find that something is undermining the work. There's some resistance there, some point of tension, something that's not quite being reached. Sometimes the work can feel a bit shallow, like you're going through the motions, but you're not really touching into what the real need is. Sometimes you've done a diagnostic, and although it's their words that you're playing back to them, the team's for some reason fighting it or defending it or critiquing the tool or questions that you used. There's so many things that get in the way from our work being effective, and we can't anticipate what they are. So emergent team coaching is the art of the here and now. So how do we go beyond our pre-planned design, go beyond what we thought might happen, or what we hoped might happen with the team, and make contact with the team and their learning opportunities right now, and bring the work into the here and now. So for example, I was working with a team last year, and I was told that the team was full of very strong team members, opinionated, great that they brought their thoughts to the table. The chief exec really valued that. But the team members were at loggerheads with one another, and both in the meetings, in team meetings and outside, the competition between them was so great, and it was becoming a really unpleasant place to work. Now, I could have done a design on that, saying using some kind of conflict tool or conflict instrument to help them understand their conflict styles. And in my experience before, they come away from the end of the workshop going, that was great, that was fantastic. And indeed, they'd done that about a year beforehand, and they'd enjoyed the workshop. But it hadn't changed the dynamic. So my job was to get in and really talk in the here and now about the dynamic, and to get them to unpack what's going on between them, and also to create a different quality of experience of connection, of understanding, of sharing between them, rather than fielded hub and spoke through me as a coach. My goal is to get them into meaningful contact with each other, talking about the highest heat situations and what's behind those situations, really listening to, understanding each other, demonstrating that they're understanding each other, and working through those experiences. And then translating that work across the whole team. So the whole team is in it. We're not taking a conflicted pair out of the team to do private work elsewhere, because any tension in a team needs to be owned by the team. The learning happens at the team level. So with an understanding of that, working emergently is thinking differently about the work. I didn't go into that work with any kind of pre-planned workshop, other than knowing that I needed to start out by creating psychological safety and gaining their trust enough that I could surface and work with the most difficult issues, the conversations they'd been avoiding that were getting acted out in rather unpleasant conflict rather than in healthy or productive conflict. So that's one example of emergence at work. It's not always about conflict, but it is always about surfacing, identifying and working with the team's most pressing, most significant learning needs that often remain under the surface.